Chicken here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're talking about what Boom Beach is going to be what Boom Beach is going to be turning into in the next couple of years. So, I think this is a pretty good idea of it right here, guys. Let's go ahead and check it out. So, it looks like they're bringing in the relaxing tribal regions. So, let's take a deep dive in what we got here. So, hey, war-weary commanders, why not give yourself a break from the chaos of the archipelago and take a few trips to the beautiful tribal regions? Paradise is just around the corner. The tribal region is closer than you think. Here's what you'll need. HQ level 20 or higher with a level 18 radar for the first two regions and okay, so it's literally just the tribe. But it's a cool looking thing. Warm welcome for warriors. The tribes love being discovered and they'll thank you for it. We'll explore each region that blah blah blah. Perfect place for a boost. So what we're really talking about today, guys, is I want to talk more about these mega crab statues. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I can't sleep. I can't sleep at night. I'm thinking about these crab statues. What is going to happen in 10 years when my entire base is just crab statues? I can't be the only one up late at night thinking about this, guys. So, that's what we're talking about today. And let's dive into some Dr. Terrence. Let's actually use nothing but heavy Zooka today. While we take on Dr. Terrence, aka Dr. Terrence. So, mega crab statues. Now, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. We talked about it a lot yesterday, I guess, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. Now, I was also seeing some comments saying that Chicken, they're probably just not gonna be doing these monthly mega crabs for very much longer, and I don't think that that's true. I feel like the monthly crabs are kind of a very important part of the game now. Like, kind of touching on what we said yesterday, like, what the monthly mega crabs did was there's just more ways to play the game now. It's not just operations versus playing the solo mode, which is just going against player bases and things like that. It's kind of opened up a whole new route. Well, not a whole new route, but I mean, you can tailor your statues more towards the mega crab, and it's kind of a viable way to play the game now. So that's interesting in and of itself. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments, guys. What do you think is going to happen with all these statues? I'm hoping it's something. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe they're all just going to compile there, and then maybe you get 4 of them, and you just have to rotate them in and out of the decorations box. That could be a thing as well. We don't really know. Okay, so we'll go like this. We got the heavies, we got the Zookas. Now, I'm not obviously doing this in a good form of heavies and Zookas. We're just kind of doing goofy, throw them out right to the wolves and kind of see what happens on these first couple stages where nothing really matters too much. So now let's use them in a smoky format, I guess. Now, bullet and taunt. That's been a point of discussion since the huge bullet nerf where he basically died and everyone stopped using him. It's still very good. It just kind of depends more on the base now, whether if there's a lot of stuff that that you can actually taunt with him. Like for this base, it kind of works and it doesn't work because there's mortars that are going to be close to these Zookas. But I'm not going to be taunting that rocket launcher. I am going to get both of those mortars, I think. So, yeah. So, we'll get both those mortars, but nothing else. And, I mean, it saves us having to deal with this one that's completely surrounded by the Zookas. So, that's nice when you get a bunch of machine guns, flamethrowers, things like that surrounding the HQ. But, other than that, it's not as good. It's not as good. I'm actually going to bring Brick out instead. Actually, what I'm going to really do is bring out the Shock Knuckles. I'm just going to change everything I do to just using Shock Knuckles until it catches on, because everyone has to know. The Shock Knuckles is the greatest ability in Boom Beach by far. Now look at this. Look at the value we get there. Now not only do we get free GBE here for using that Shock Knuckles, but we also don't have to worry about smoking our troops anymore. Now we do. Okay, so we'll go like this. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go critters right like that. We had to do that a little bit faster than I wanted, but that's fine. And then we'll go like this. So that was more Chicken's fault for just kind of being a little bit sloppy, but you can do a lot of things with the Shock Knuckles, guys. You can do a lot of things. So we'll go right there and right there. We'll get Bullet to shock everything behind the HQ just like that. And stage 4 is going to go down without a cluck, without a buck, and without a duck, guys. We're moving on to stage 5, where things are getting a little bit more heated up. Yeah, I don't know. Not really much else to talk about today in terms of the Mega Crab statues. Just kind of I think we just wanted to take it easy today and just play some Boom Beach. I'll do some more Brawl Stars later on this week, I think, but I don't know. A whole week off of Boom Beach it's almost too much, guys. It's almost too much. It's too much time to be away from the game. Now, the one thing I didn't talk about at all, I didn't cover the tribes resetting for the first time, basically ever. And that was just because I was busy. I was actually working on the weekend that they changed, and I was so mixed up like with my days, I didn't even realize that it was Sunday night, because I'm so used to Sundays being just like Sundays, and it's like that's the tribal reset day. So I was the chick was a little bit confused there. So that was the main reason why I missed it. It wasn't because I just purposely planned on doing Brawl Stars instead, but that was the only thing we didn't cover, and it was a pretty huge tribal change. It was probably one of the best ones ever, because we got Zooka damage and we got shock cost reduction, which is, in terms of operations, that's the biggest buff you can get out of all the tribes. So we'll take a look at this here. Yeah, Zooka damage 50%, shock bomb energy cost minus 50%. And then we got building health, which is pretty huge for the ice players. Let's just quickly grab our NPC bases here, guys. We've been missing some of those lately. It's always important to get the supply chest, even if you're not very active in other means of the game. Just because getting those stones and that little bit of intel really does add up over time. So if you're busy or whatever, like Chicken was just saying, we're working that weekend, but you can always check in and just get your destroys in and check off that supply chest, because that's something you should be doing not only for yourself but for your task force as well. Good to stay on top of things like that. So let's get Bullet going out here. Let's get the heavies going up next, and let's do a more kind of conventional smoky hookah strategy for this one. Just keeping it clean, keeping it plain, and we'll go like this and like that. And let's go with a barrage right about there. Then we're going to line everybody up right about here. And we're trying to gap our smokes properly so we're not getting stuck in the trees, or stuck going around the trees rather. And we'll go like this. And depending on where Bullet is, I may or may not use the shock knuckles. I don't think we're going to get any real value out of the shock knuckles right there. So what I'm going to do instead, spend that extra GB on shock bombs. And I mean, we might as well use one now because we can, but that's what it's all about when you're using the shock knuckles. Sometimes it's a good option, sometimes it's a terrible option, and you have to be able to analyze and dissect that for yourselves, guys. Always make sure you're staying on top of that. Now, these stickers I have that I keep throwing in the air for some reason, it's the chicken from Heyday and a Boom Beach logo sticker that I used to have just sitting here, but I recently actually stuck them to the laptop. So now I got a nice little chicken right here and a nice little Boom Beach logo right there, which is, it's pretty interesting. I know there's been a lot of people kind of concerned about what's going on with the sticker situation, but just to keep you guys well informed on that. Okay, so now what do we gotta do? Chicken, let's go. I think we're good there. And I don't really have that much gunboat energy that we can just kind of take everything down. But that's the great thing about Heavy Zooka, guys, is you can use your heavies to mine clear, and that's going to be very cost effective. So we'll go like this, and then we're gonna go with a 2-smoke right there, just because things are getting expensive. So we'll go like that. And what you can do, the trick to using Heavy Zookas like this, is to just let them kind of gather up, because they're gonna stand together a little bit nicer. This is when you want to. Are we okay? I think we screwed that up, guys. So the idea was you let them get all kind of gathered up, and then they stay skinny for a little second there. Then you can throw out all your shocks and then flare the HQ. You got to do it a little bit smoother than that, though. That was a little greasy there by Mr. Chicken, but that's okay. Nobody saw that. Let's look over here at these crates. Let's look at this volcano instead. So this volcano has to erupt at some point. I don't think they can tease us with this for very much longer, but I'm definitely looking forward to the volcano event, whatever that may happen to be. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's get a barrage going right back there. Let's go with some smokes right back here. Let's get all the Zookas on the right-hand side, all the heavies on the left. And let's do that exact same thing again that we were talking about, but let's do it a little bit cleaner this time. So we'll go like this, and we'll go like that. And then we're going to go 1 and 2. Smokes just like this. Keep the smokes a little bit tighter. Okay, so now we're going to go like this. I'm going to flare them once in together. and then once on the HQ. Now I'm going to get my shocks off where I actually wanted them to go, and we'll get some health packs going as well. We're going to get some medkits going down this way, and look at this, guys. So look at that. That is just clean heavy Zooka shock knuckles. Perfection to a T. Boom. Stage 7 goes down. Back. So guys, that is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to let me know down below in the comments where you think Boom Beach is going to be at in 2 years. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out.